Hey guys, how's it going? I'm sorry I didn't upload yesterday. It is the 22nd, 7:02 p.m. My sister's been on the laptop most of the day, and she decided to get off now. So, a few things. Um, well, I guess technically the most important thing is our, two things at the same time that are unrelated but related at the same, simultaneously. Our power was shut off at like 8:20 something today in the morning. I woke up to no power, which, isn't bad. But what it meant at the time was like, oh my gosh, they shut off the power because we didn't pay the bills. But then we found out it was a power outage. Um, but then I, there was a notice sent to us, but it wasn't sent to us. It was sent to the landlord because, like, okay, so here's the big. This is it's not complex, but it kind of is at the same time. We moved in October, I believe, of last year, 2013. We got in here, and then for about 5 months, nothing happened. But then we found out that there was like $400 bill onto us. It was 1,600. We had a $1,600 bill. Most of it was our problem, I'll admit, but 500 of that was not ours. We found out. We later found out was like we were wondering like what the heck happened? Why do we have so much? Like we know we have a bill, but why is it so large? Like So we found out that a lot of things were plugged in upstairs, and the box was not. Since it's a duplex because we're renting the place. Since the box wasn't cut off or like put into two or whatever, two boxes for two apartments, we were charged for the upstairs as well for the moment. And the reason why we didn't notice is because my mother and my father were already on a plan to pay off our bills, which was I think $200 a month every single, or like something like that, where we would inevitably catch up so we didn't have any more bills. Like that's how unless you can pay off the entire bill at once, that's how usually you build up a plan where you have to pay more than usual for quite some time until you can, you're done and you go, oh my gosh, I have all this money to save now, hooray. But we didn't notice that because obviously we pay the same amount every single month. And then we found out all this has happened, so we were like, oh my gosh, now we have to pay this. And we were like, we told the landlord, we were like, you were working up there from time to time, this can't be all our bill. And he's like, I'll give you $50 out of 1,600. That wouldn't do anything. That's I guess like a spit in a bucket or whatever, or a drop in the ocean. Anyway, but then we found out that it was actually his bill to pay, but then he didn't pay it. And we didn't know that until about a week not a week, but like a month and a half ago. Because we found out in like January or something like that, or like what would it be, like maybe February, that are about the bill. And then we were like, okay, so it's our landlord's problem. Well, not our landlord's, but like it was his fault, so he has to pay it, and it's legally not ours. Like we weren't at fault here. So we were like, great, we still have $1,000 to pay, but we can do this. And then later, like a few months later after that, we didn't really think about it again. We got shut off, and we were like, well, why? What the heck? And we found out that he did not pay it, and he never intended to pay it, or something like that. But then, so they shut us off, and then we told them, like, no, this is not our fault. It's the landlord's. We explained everything. They put us back on, and apparently it's happening again. I don't know why, but tomorrow the landlord, because he doesn't actually live in the state, and that's why it's really complex, because they can't do anything to him because he's not in our state. He lives in the next state over, which is I think an hour and a half drive away, whatever. So it's complex. But anyway, we got a notice again saying that about $1,200 or whatever. And I don't know where the heck $1,200 came from, because all we knew it was 400 something, maybe 500. I'm not entirely sure. Um, and so I don't know where the other $1,000 went to be honest. But apparently that's the notice, and it's saying like, hey, you have to pay this amount of money, or whatever, or you're gonna get shut off because you haven't been paying it. So and the landlord's coming over tomorrow, I guess, to talk to us, to think about a plan to pay it, and it's not ours. Like, okay, so here's the thing: we want to move, but there's no place to move, this coming October, and the landlord has the power to kick us out or not take our money or whatever. So but we don't have a place to go, so we can't go like, no, it's your problem. I'm sorry, but it's your problem. Like, even if we want, like, seriously, and this is no kidding, no humor, no whatever, no sarcasm. Even if we wanted to pay, which we don't, we can't, because we're always on the deadline in which to pay everything. It's hard to pay the rent every single month. There's been months where I wouldn't say we, never had it, or like we didn't, like we came close to not having it, but like, 4 kids, these people, it's hard to pay everything or whatever. And he only gave us $50 the first time. 400 more, of the 400 something, $500, he would only given us $50 to help us pay. I don't know. Hopefully we can figure this out where, legally and what morally should be done, which it should be paid. And also, not only that, apparently, because this assistant guy, the landlord gets a lot of pretty cheap places, and then he fixes them up, I guess. But he keeps getting up like quite a bit. So that's where I'm assuming that's where all the money comes from. For charges on him, because if that, you still need power to work on things. If you don't have any power or whatever, you have to, like, how can you work on it? Well, I mean, you can, but like, it'd be difficult to work at a place if it didn't have any power. So I'm assuming that's where all the other charges are going to. And I guess he never understood this or something. I don't know. But hopefully, he can understand the fact that it's not, like, our fault. So, yeah. So he's coming tomorrow, as I said before. He's talking to my mother. He's not going to talk to my father because he said it himself, both the landlord and my father, that they don't get along. And so, I don't know. And the people upstairs have been evicted. Or they got an eviction notice. I don't know if you can get out of an eviction or whatever, if you can pay something or whatever, but like, yeah. So, fudge, I just dropped something. I don't know, wish us luck. But anyway, but I guess this is, if anything, on the record. So, cool. Okay, well, if it is on the record, well, now I don't remember anything, but like, I have written it down somewhere about all the things that have happened or whatever. That kind of stuff. Gosh, it's getting hot. Sorry. And what else? Anyway, so on the, I guess, lighter news, I finished the first season of Attack on Titan. I'm probably gonna read. What the heck just happened? Oh, sorry. Probably gonna read the second season, because it goes into seasons apparently. And that's what I'm probably gonna read the second season of Attack on Titan. But I actually don't know what it's called. I'll find out actually. Hold on, let me see. So, Yeah. Anyway, so sorry. I'll hold on. I gotta pause it. I'm sorry. Hello. Sorry. Actually, I'm kind of confused right now because Attack on Titan. I thought there's only 60 chapters. I don't know if it's because it's over, um, or it's only like it has this one part. Um, I'm gonna see. Uh, is it completed? I guess it's still going, but it isn't. It's like, I guess it's over. Wow, I did not know. That's really short. I only have. Apparently, it's only gonna be 2 seasons. I did not know that at all because they made 25 episodes out of 34 chapters apparently, um, and 60 chapters is not that much. I thought there was 60 chapters in the 25 episodes, which was I guess quite a bit because I think in the first 3 chapters of Naruto, that's an episode. But actually, here, let me see. Oh, there's 43 pages per chapter. Oh, okay, that kind of makes sense, I guess. But yeah, it's quite a bit. Ow, wow. For some reason, I just got like a random bulge of gas in my stomach, and I feel like I have to go to the bathroom. So let me get this over with. Sorry. Okay. So yeah. Well, anyway, so I finished the first season of the anime of Attack on Titan. I'm assuming there's only going to be 2 seasons, and then it'll be over. And I guess there's also a prequel of Before the Fall or whatever. So, oh, there's an anime film coming out. Oh, this year. That's cool. Anyway, so yeah, okay. Well, okay. So I'll be honest. I kind of like it. It's pretty cool. Though there is a few things that really annoy me. Spoilers. If you haven't seen Attack on Titan or whatever, well, here, let me give you the premise. I'll give you the premise first, and then I'll do the spoilers, I guess. Attack on Titan is about. It's in a different world, I'll admit, but it's in. I believe in the future. Anyway, so in the future, randomly. No, it isn't. It's in the past. Is it? I'm not entirely sure. Is it? Sorry. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Okay. At some point in Earth's history or future, these beings, these colossal giants, about they call them 10 meters tall, whatever, to up to 50 meters, Titans, and, or 12 meters. Is it? 30 meters. I don't know. Anyway, one of them. So yeah, so these are 12 meters, 10 meters to like 30 meters tall. 30 meters is really rare, but it's mostly like 12 meters to like 15 meters tall. Proportionally wrong, so like, they act kind of weird and all that stuff. They all have kind of like baby-ish proportions, but they're still muscular and all that stuff. Anyway, they're human beings, and sorry, not beans, and they eat humans. And apparently, they don't have to, but they want to. I don't know why. So human civilization have been reduced to 200,000 people, I think, or about 1 million people. Basically, they made like this huge. I can't even express how big this is. I don't know how they did it, but apparently they did. And actually, it's one of like the many questions in the manga, not the manga, but in the show. But they made these huge circle walls. 3 of them. Well, 2 basically. There's one huge wall that's like I don't even know how, like at least 5 miles in diameter, and that's like, how long 5 miles is. It's like maybe even more, maybe 10. I'm not sure, but it's just ridiculously huge, and like it's really hard to fathom how big that is, because like there's nothing you really know that's that big, but it is, and the wall itself is like 50 meters high. Um, anyway, so this huge, thick wall is built to keep out the Titans, and then within that wall, there's another wall, like, 5 miles in, there's another circle wall, and along those circles, along in the inner circle. So like the first wall that I told you, the really really huge one, it's called wall, wall. I think it's Wall Maria. The second wall that's inside of it is called Wall Rose. Anyway, and on Wall Rose, which that in itself is really big. They all have like these small cities, like they have these small, really really small circles, like smaller circles about a half a mile wide. That well, like a fourth mile wide. Sorry, these fourth mile wide city. I understand it's getting a little complex, but anyway, so there's these two walls, okay, two walls, and anyway, so they made these things to keep out the Titans, but the Titans, like this colossal one, can break in at any moment because it's huge. Anyway, so the city itself, it's not really a city; it's almost like a small country, basically. Have made a military police, like a force that can kill these things, and there's three branches of this military. Basically, there's the scout regiments that leave the wall into the basically openness to fight off Titans to get more information. There is the White Knights, I believe they're called, which protect the king because it's a monarchy, I guess. And then there is then there's the military police, like the actual police people that stay inside and border everything. So you have the three ones. They have the ones that protect the king guy, like inside the place. They have so they're special. And then you have the regular police people, and then you have the scout regiments, who leave the place. Anyway, Wall Rose, the really freakishly huge big wall one, was broken into, and just there's Titans everywhere in the first ring. So like 200,000 people were killed. So that's I think now when I think about it, it's a third of the population, because all the people lived inside of like Wall Rose and Wall Maria, sorry. So yeah, and the premise of the show is a boy named Aaron, which I really like about the anime and the manga, is the fact that it's not just Japanese people, it's everyone. There's it's about humanity's last defense, basically. So there's like all the cultures are in there, and I guess the Asian features and characteristics are all but killed, which doesn't really make sense. It's all but killed. Doesn't make most of them are killed. I think there's actually one Asian left. Hopefully that's not racist. It's like saying black people. I never feel like it's the right thing to say. It's like African American, but the person is from Africa. They're from America, so you don't say African American. They're black, but it's just it's weird. I don't know. You have to ask them before time. So you're black, right? Anyway, there's a girl who's Asian, and apparently she's really beautiful and all that stuff. But the reason why I'm saying that is because all the cultures are in there. There's like a lot of, since it's a Japanese manga, a comic or whatever, you'd think all the people would be Japanese, but they're actually not. Like there's an Aaron, there's Annie, there's Thomas and all that stuff. Of course, because it's dubbed in a language, everyone speaks the same, but it's the thought that counts. If they wanted to be like really, I'm assuming. Well, I don't know. I actually don't know if there's a universal language in the play. I would assume English, because not to say English is superior, but I think it's between Mandarin and English that are the two top languages in the world, I believe, along with Spanish. And I would think, and I don't know. I'm not. Again, I don't know. But like, for some reason, I feel like it's between Mandarin and English. So I would assume, um, everyone knows like 3 languages in the place. Actually, I've actually never saw a Spanish person in the thing. It's always been like, European and Asian. Maybe there's other cities. Ooh, I don't know. I just thought about that. There might be other cities. Anyway, so I finished it. Now I don't want to go into a spoiler review or whatever because I'm not good at reviewing. But there's a few things, spoilers, I guess. Now, go up 5 minutes. Hopefully not 5 minutes. I don't know what I can't signal you, so I'll try to do this really quickly. Anyway, there's a few things that kind of annoy me. No, never mind. I can't do it. Sorry. I don't want to ruin anything. You guys just watch the thing. It's actually pretty good. I'm one of those people that don't like to read what everyone's reading, not because it's like, oh, it's too mainstream or whatever, but like, it's just sometimes they get overhyped because everyone likes it and it annoys me. I just got a message. Oh, come on, dang it! Now something. Son of a... okay. So I'm talking to John, has watched the last 2 episodes of Legend of Korra, and he just won't shut up. He keeps on saying... He doesn't say exactly what's happening, but he keeps on saying things to insinuate what's happening. And he just sent me a text message for like the first time in like 4 or 5 hours going, oh my god, the ending was so sad. What the heck? Come on, I haven't even watched it. He knows I haven't watched it. If I did, I would have told him. Oh, God. Which I guess is, I gave you a chance to leave. I didn't say anything. I haven't said anything yet. But I gave you the chance to leave going, oh, I'm leaving. I'm doing the spoilers. God. Anyway, but that's like the third thing I wanted to say. I'm about to watch the Legend of Korra season finale. I'm really excited about this. I really hope it's good. So, yeah, I'll be back in like, I guess 40 minutes because it's 22 minutes each episode, 40 something minutes for the entire thing. So, yeah. All right, so I'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully I'll remember, other things I needed to talk about. My sisters, all of them are going to school starting next week on Monday, so I'll actually have more time and more of an ability to talk to, you guys and more in depth about things, I guess. Hopefully I'll start like writing things down, like, bullet points, like, pomegranates make you poop a lot. I found that out today. Guys. So, yeah. All right. So I'll talk to you guys in 40 minutes. See ya. Sorry, I haven't finished the episode. I watched 5 minutes of it, but 3 minutes. But my mother kept on talking about the power. Now she scared me. Now I'm nervous. Cause you have to. Okay, we've already been through this before with Excel, which is an energy company. Because obviously they shut off our power, but then we told them, hey, this is what happened. It's not our fault. It's the landlord's fault. This is his bill. Don't shut us off. It's not our fault. But that's what I told my mother. It was like, just you tell them the truth. This is what happened. Blah blah blah. They'll understand. And then she's like, they won't. That's not what they do. They don't care. They'll just shut us off. And now I'm nervous, not because of me, but because of what you do. I don't want her to be in 90-degree weather with no AC, no power, no no whatever. And where are we gonna keep everything? We have all this food. We don't have all this food, but we have some stuff that we have to obviously keep refrigerated. And it's, oh god, I'm just annoyed right now because of this, and nervous. And I have obviously no one to talk to about this as well. And now both my younger sisters are gone to, I would assume, most of the night. My mother took her. My older sister's at work. I have the entire place to myself. I should be okay with this and having fun, but I'm not, because now I'm worried that the fact that the power might be shut off, though it shouldn't, because that's completely unfair. It's not our fault, right? God dang it! Ugh. And the weird thing about this, we have a bill. Our landlord is named Bill. It's Bill's bill. Do you know how? And like, why doesn't he pay? He understands it's his. It is his. But he's not here. Actually, let me go get, because we had the notice, but it was sent for Bill. But since he doesn't live in the state, I don't think they could, send it to him or whatever. Because like the house is in his name since he's the landlord. So we're like, oh, we're just gonna give it to him, to this house. But I'm gonna get the notice. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. John called me during the moment, and so I was talking to him. Anyway, but then due to the amount of time that John came and talked to me, my mother came back, so I couldn't take the notice without feeling feeling a little weird, I have to admit. But right now I'm eating this nachos thingy, which is supposed to be enchiladas apparently, but I don't know. Hold on, let me test it out. Pretty good. Anyway, I read it. Apparently I'm gonna get shut off tomorrow. Oh, hopefully we can explain it by then. And again, it's XL. We already talked to XL, so hopefully they'll understand again. Because again, it isn't our fault. They should. I don't know. I just really, really hope we don't get shut off. Because no one but me and watch YouTube will actually have to deal with it all the time. Because, everyone's gonna have school and go to work. So, I'm gonna look at the weather. Because I want to see if we do get shut off, how bad is it gonna be? And, well, it is 77 now, 84 tomorrow, 93, 79, 66, 70, 70. Not that bad, actually. So, that's pretty good. Sunday's going to be pretty bad, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's going to be actually pretty good. I am sweating so badly right now. Not lying. I'm sweating, not it's getting kind of hot. I'm sweating. I don't know why. But, sorry. Anyway. So, I'm going to watch the episode now, and I'm going to talk about it. I promised I called John after I watched the episode. Sorry, normally I don't talk when I eat. Anyway. I do. I don't talk when I have actual a lot of food in my mouth. But yeah, so I promised I'd call him after, which, though, every single time he's ever promised me to call me back, but after watching something, he never did, so, I don't know. But I'll try to talk about it after, alright? See you guys later. See ya. Okay, just watched the 12th episode. There's a 13th episode after it. God, it was really great. I thought I was going to read both. I thought I was going to watch them both and then do it, but I feel like I should do this first. So Zahir told Korra to meet him on a random mountain, cliff, whatever, and to turn herself in, and then they would release the airbenders. So Korra and secretly, Lin Beifong and her sister Sue, who are both metal benders, which means they can bend metal and earth, along with her father and a few White Lotus people. So, they all secretly were at the underside of the cliff waiting to pounce because Zahir wanted Korra alone. And then a few other people went to the air temple to get the airbenders. So when Korra finally let go of everything and said, fine, you can take me in, the rest of the people wanted to get the airbenders, but then it turns out the airbenders weren't there at all, but they were actually basically water clones, if you as a Naruto reference. And then a huge battle broke out between everybody. Two battles went on. The I forget what her name is, but the combustion woman blew her own head off by accident, because like Sue metal bended armor around her head to basically actually stop her, but it killed her in the process. Like literally, oh my, like this is a Nickelodeon show, but you can just assume the amount of power being blasted on your head. Her head had just exploded, and Korra had been taken by the Red Lotus, which is something amazingly cool. I don't know. It's OP as heck. But Zahir had Korra, but he was still cornered off. And I assumed he was going to kill them both by jumping off the cliff. But then they look down, and he's just flying there. Because he's an airbender, obviously. The highest level, not lying at all, the highest level of airbending is weightlessness. And he achieved it. And just flew off of there. Not lying, not gliding. There's no air or whatever. He just flew. And it was amazing. It was like really, really cool. But I'm upset that he figured it out. Because like I want Tenzin to be like, let me show you my true form. Korra! Sorry. And then the other battle between the lava bender and the water bender between Mako and Bolin ended half and half. The lava bender lavaed everything, destroyed the entire temple, not lying at all, which is horrible because it was Aang's, and I understand Aang's dead and all that stuff, but like this is where all the airbenders are supposed to go. Destroyed the entire temple. Bolin and everyone else was able to make it off by going on an air bison, Kai's air bison, little kid, like probably a month old, and he's carrying all these like 5 people. Well, they were carrying Asami, Tenzin, Mako, but 4 people. And anyway, so now Korra's in Zahir's I said makeshift fortress, well, not really fortress, like a cave, and she's tied up by platinum, something you can't metal bend because it's really, really pure. The only reason why they can metal bend is because it's earth still inside it. I'm pretty sure that's true, but like I don't know, but platinum is extremely pure, like really pure. I don't know if it's stronger than metal, but platinum, there's less earth in it, so she can't metal bend it. And now the very last scene was some waterbender bending poison, and I'm assuming it doesn't matter if she has to drink it or not. He can just absorb it into her skin, and she'll just, whatever. But she can, water bend as well. I'm assuming she can, stop it or whatever. But I'm also assuming, sorry, the amount of assumes is that they just beat her up until she can't bend anymore, and then poison her. So yeah, that was the episode. Mostly all fight, but really great fighting. And like a lot of twists. I didn't expect her head to be blown off. Like they didn't show it, but you just assumed it did. Okay, so I'm about to watch the second episode, so I'll talk to you guys later. All right, bye. Oh my god, that was I don't know if I really liked it. I mean, I think I really liked it, but it was just too short. I understand, obviously, it's an hour-long episode put into 2 parts, but they probably... Another 5 minutes, I think. Or maybe 3, I don't know. Maybe... I feel like it would have been just a little bit longer. It would have been nearly perfect. So, the battle begun between, Korra and the entire Red Lotus. And then, people came in. Okay, so this is what happened. They're saying once she takes this poison, her avatar spirit will be awakened, and if you die in the avatar state, the cycle stops, which is really stupid, I think. But I think the reason why is because when they're in the avatar state, the avatar spirit is the most strong, like it's most prominent. So the avatar spirit being Rava. An actual god spirit, whatever. The in the Avatar world universe, Rava is basically the good spirit. What do you expect? The the polar opposite of chaos. That's what the Avatar spirit is, or that's what it's supposed to be. Anyway, so if you kill an Avatar in the Avatar state, or basically they're channeling Rava completely, you kill Rava and she can't go to the next person. Anyway, so they poison her, which I thought was water, but yeah, that'll come up later. So they poison her, and the poison, it'll be slowly killing the host. But if as it's dying, as the host is dying, her Avatar spirit will kick in, because whatever you're in danger, the Avatar spirit will kick in, Avatar state, and it will try to save its life. And so their plan was, which I thought was actually really smart, as she's going to the Avatar state, they'll kill her, and then the Avatar state the Avatar would cease, the cycle would stop, and which was really sad. And the plan seemed like it would work, but I did not. I actually didn't think about something. Was the fact that how mad the Avatar state would, she would be, and boy was she. So she started dying. She kept on going in and out of the state, and Jinora, Tenzin's younger, his oldest child, was able to astral project herself. One of the only airbenders, I believe, who can actually do it, in this, at that time, and found out where she was, and all the airbenders were in this locked up place inside the cave where Korra and everyone is, and as they were actually was about to escape themselves, everyone came in, saving. Oh, mother! Sorry, I just hit the thing. Anyway, so everyone came in, saved the entire airbender, the entire nation of airbenders, which was like 20 people. They all save them. They all go back outside, and as they go back outside, they go. Janora's like, I know where Korra is, and as she says that, they go back to where Korra, and she finally goes to the Avatar state completely, and they're like, okay, kill her, but then they can't because she breaks out of the platinum chains. I don't know if she did it by pure strength or she metal bended the thing, which they kept on saying metal bending is impossible with platinum, because it's just so pure, there's basically just no earth. But she did it. She just broke through them, just took them all, and all 5 of those people, because there was 2 extra people, and as you know, the 4th one, the combustion girl, she died. Anyway, so she took them all, 5 of them, and Mako Bolin came in, started fighting the Earth guy and the Waterbender girl. And Zahir flew out while Korra followed him, which was really cool, because he flew, he actually got scared. He was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get killed in here. So he left, and she started following. And I thought, for some reason, because then if she knew that she could, that an airbender could fly, that she could as well, but she didn't. But she still flew. She actually did an Ozai thing using fire, which was so cool, because it was it just showed how angry she was. She was using fire instead of air. And anyway, so they flew. They went outside. They were outside in the mountains, and it basically looked like season 3 of Avatar: The Last Airbender between Ozai and Aang. And finally shows how strong Korra can be, because she's strong both physically and as a bender, but they never do anything that's like Avatar state. But finally they did, and she just the top of a mountain, she just broke it off and flung it. It was a huge 50-ton boulder, and she was and it was amazing. It was, oh god, it was so cool. And I know she was fighting, but you have to remember, she's slowly dying. So if she wasn't if she wasn't dying, she would have just effed him up so quickly. But she was. So eventually, she started dying, and so it's she started slowing down and everything. And then you go back to Mako and Bolin against Lava Guy and Waterbender Girl. Well, Octopus Girl, because she doesn't have any arms. She does psychokinetic waterbending to give herself arms, and they were fighting. So Bolin was fighting the Lava Guy, Mako was fighting the Waterbender Girl, and it looked like he was about to win because there's no water, but she went down like a shaft or whatever, and he did too, stupidly, because I heard water when she hit the ground, and you didn't see her, but I heard the water, and he went down with her. I was like, you're so stupid, Mako. But he actually had, I think he had a plan. Well, no, I don't think he had a plan. I don't know what he was doing, but like, this is what he did. They started fighting, and he's like, oh, I'm going to get you now, blah, blah, blah. And then he got onto like reverse stalactites, which is, in caves they have like these random cones that come out of the ceiling. It was like the reverse of that, except it was coming out of the ground. So like these random. So he jumped on that and he shocked the water with lightning bend. He bended the lightning, and like I'm pretty sure she's dead. She was screaming. She was like, ah! It was pretty cool. And then he came back up, and Bolin was fighting Lava Guy, and it was like Lava Guy had a lot more experience. So he was winning, but I feel like Bolin had more experience bending with fighting and lava bending. I think he would have won because like he has a huge potential now. Which I have to say, him randomly learning lava bending kind of annoys me because I don't like that. I don't know. But anyway, but it was it's still pretty cool. But the thing is, I think since you are an earthbender, you have the potential to learn something just with sheer willpower and all that stuff. Like, even if you're not good at it, you can still do it. Like knitting. Like, you have no talent for knitting. I can still knit, though. So, like, I feel like he can still learn new sub-bending things, whatever. And the sub-bending now for air is fine. Like, legit fine. I thought it was astral projection, which is cool, but kind of it's only useful for certain things. And then Zahir bended the air out of the queen, which was also cool, but like it's kind of hard to do unless you're fighting one person. And you also have to beat them first. Like I doubt they would let that happen. I'm sure they can run or whatever. Anyway, but then he started flying. And I guess that's the strongest and the most highest form of airbending is learning how to fly. But then again, what's really, really annoying is the fact he's only been an airbender for like a month. Tops. That's annoying that he learned how to do everything in a month. And again, he's been training for years and years and years and years and years because the four top guys of the Lotus is all a bender. Like they're all a different element. And I think he was air, but he just didn't have the power. And I think also because he was just such an air person, they gave him air bending powers because I don't think they choose the bender by their by race or whatever. They choose them by the person who they are, I guess, spiritually, because it's all mystical now. Anyway, so finally, Bolin and Mako start fighting the lava guy, and they're winning because we're gonna win now. And he's like, I'm not going back to jail. If I'm going down, we're all going down. And he just takes this whole cave down with lava and rock and all that stuff. And Bolin and Mako escape and all that stuff. But I'm assuming both Water Girl and Lava Guy are dead. Anyway, then they go back to Korra, and Korra is nearly starting to die and all that stuff. And Jinora goes like, "Here, everyone, circle around me." And they start making this huge airbending technique, like a hurricane, tornado, basically. Not a hurricane, because a hurricane's on sea. It's within the mountain. I don't know what that's what we call this. It's basically a tornado. It starts sucking down Zahir and Korra, because Korra is on a cliff. But Zahir's still flying, and he's flying, so obviously if we start sucking him down, he has nowhere to tether from, which is really funny because his motto is nothing can tether me to this world, and then he started flying. So I was like, because you're on nothing, you're gonna get sucked down. And then as he's being sucked down, he's trying to he's taking hold of Korra, trying to get away, and finally Korra awakens again. It's one last ditch effort, pulls him down, basically metal bends platinum around his leg, and just yanks him down super hard. If this was in real life, he would have broken his back. I'm not broken most of his bones of the body. She just smacked him down, and then she fell down, and nearly started dying. And I forget who said it, but I think Jinora was like, the poison is based with metal. You can metal bend it out. And then they did, and she was like, oh, great, happy. But then they cut to, for a week or so later, 2 weeks later, Korra's in a wheelchair, pale, and has dark circles in her eyes. She's been really beat up. I don't think there's ever been any battle that's been that bad for both Aang and Korra. So so like she's been really beat up, and Asami was fixing her hair. Like she's in her on Air Temple Island. She's in her room, Asami fixing her hair in the wheelchair, and she's like, "There you go. Now you're ready for. Now you look the part for an appearance for an avatar." And then Korra was like, "I don't feel really well." And then Asami held her hand. He's like, "Look, if you ever need anyone to talk to," and like I thought, it was like really, I thought it was, well, I didn't think it was too much, but it was like, kind of, how do you say, I thought there was like a little connection thing going on. I mean, obviously there isn't because the show is like, okay, like, there's been a lot of things that shouldn't have happened in a kid's show, like death and killing and like really sadness and like a lot of sadness and all that stuff. But I doubt I doubt this is what they meant, but it was like really a little too touching, if you know what I mean. Actually, but I believed it. It was like, ooh, are they gonna kiss? And anyway, anyway, so Korra comes out of her room in Air Temple Island, and everyone meets her. And the mayor is like, "Oh, I'm really, really sorry for what I said." Which I would have been like, "Shut up, just shut your face." Oh, speaking of which, way back to when Zahir ended, and they just saved Korra. Oh, they just saved Korra. Zahir was like yelling, like he's like there's metal, not metal, but earth all around him, so he can't fly away or he can't airbend or whatever. Sorry. He kept on talking like, Avatar is supposed to be dead, blah blah blah, but there's still chaos. There's nothing you can really do. And Bolin takes a sock off screen, and then you just see him put in a sock. He's like, "You get it? I put a sock in it." It was really, really funny. Anyway, it just reminded me of that. Anyway, so back to the whole when Korra went to the temple, the main entrance, I guess, to the temple itself. The mayor, Asami, all these people, all the grown-ups basically are there going, "Korra, you look really, really great. You look stronger every day." And they were lying because she looked horrible. I mean, as animation goes, she looked pretty okay, but she looked pretty bad. She was in a wheelchair and all that. Anyway, they finally go up and they're like, "Janora's waiting." And I was like, "Why is it Janora?" I was like, "Oh my gosh, for some reason, she's getting married," and it's so wrong because she's like 13 years old, but for some reason I thought that because of Kai. I was like, they're lovers, but no, she became an airbending master. Well, she already was technically, but they never gave her the tattoos, and they did gave her the tattoos, and she was bald. But it was really nice. Anyway, so that's how it went. They were in there. Tenzin gave a really nice speech saying, in the absence of the Avatar, now she's recuperating, the airbending nation will take place for the Avatar, traveling the world like nomads, going where the trouble is, and saving people, and doing what they can when they can. Which was really, I actually started tearing up. I was like, oh, it's so nice. But Janora was Janora was kneeling down, being knighted or she was kneeling down the entire time. I was like, man, hurry up, get this over with. And he's like, now I present to you the first airbending master in a generation, and I cannot be any prouder to say that it's my own daughter. And she's very, I see a lot of potential in her, and in the crisis of the Avatar. With the Red Lotus, she's shown a lot of leadership, and I see a great leader in this person, and I couldn't be happier to say it was my daughter. And then she revealed herself, and you're like, oh my god, she's bald, she just shaved her entire head. But the thing is, first of all, her head would be gray because there's been no sunlight, so she'd be gray. But I'm nitpicking here, but anyway. Second of all, she looked just like Aang, except for the eyes. She looked exactly like Aang. So I was like, oh my god, Aang, you look so cute. And it was really, really touching. I'm assuming she's going to grow her hair back or whatever, but I feel like Kai is going to be like, you're bald. I don't know. But I'd still be I don't know. I mean, he shouldn't be judging like that, but I feel like he would. He's a little kid. And, but yeah, so she's finally an airbending. So there's now this second airbending master in about 170 something years. Yeah, 170 years is second Airbending master in 170 years. Long time. So hopefully now she can train everybody and all that stuff. So that's great. There's gonna be more and more and more airbending masters soon, and I don't know how long it would be, like 10 years or so. But it was really great, and it ended on that note with Cora crying for Denora. So anyway, I have to call John really quickly and tell him what happened, and then basically have the same talk. But I wanted you guys to hear this first because you guys are cool. And then I'm gonna start reading on Attack on Titan because apparently there's actually only 60 chapters, and that's it. At least I think so. There's gonna be a prequel, but I'll try to review each chapter. I mean, I don't know. I'll try. I'll try. Also, tomorrow there's a new Doctor Who, and the Fine Brothers on YouTube did like a complete, not trivia. What is it called? A rundown, like Sparks Notes or whatever, for the 11th Doctor. So yeah, it's gonna be really cool. I'm really excited. I already have it recorded. Not recorded. I already have it set to record. So hopefully everything's go right. And yeah, I really have to go to the bathroom though. But yeah, so that's it. And oh god, I'm so happy. Now I remembered about the power. Hopefully, okay, guys, pray. I'm not one for praying and all that stuff, but yeah, I have to go to the bathroom now. So I'll talk to you guys later. Sorry. Turns out that urination, it's not just urine, but also a call for defecation, and it's glorious, completely glorious. Anyway, so yeah, new Doctor Who. I'm really excited. And I'm gonna call John, but actually I don't think I should call John. Well, I have like 10 minutes to call John. Well, 20. So I'm calling him now. And yeah, I'm sorry that I couldn't talk. I mean, I talked a long time. I talked for like a lot. I think this is the longest one's ever gonna be. Is that it? Also, okay. I feel like I want to draw something. I feel like it's small animation. But obviously I can't tell you what it is. I can't show you and all that stuff. But maybe I can tell you what it is. But I don't know. See, I don't want that channel to be connected to this one. That's the problem. But yeah. Anyway, no, probably not tomorrow. Well, on Monday. Well, in the next week. My power doesn't get shut off. I'll be able to work more on Assassin's Creed Unity. And yeah. So, okay, that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to upload this on YouTube today. All right, see ya.